Have you ever tried to make a plan and everything goes wrong? What are you gonna do? Hey, ScouterStan, I'm here in storage, and it has been a very eventful summer, challenging in many ways. We've had some problems. We found out that some of the walls were retaining water from a faulty air conditioner, and the walls and the floor and beams and things like that need to be replaced. So we're going through a lot of construction. We were going to move from one location of the house to another that would be more convenient for sound and better for lighting and the ability to leave settings and things up. And unfortunately that accelerated and also stopped. So the plans for season 11 are on pause. And luckily we have things going in a positive direction. And that's kind of the focus. In scouting, we face this all the time. This is something that occurs constantly in scouting. We plan for a big camporee. We plan for a big camp out and adventure, and they got climbing towers and stuff like that. And you get there and you find out the climbing tower burned down the day before, and the area where they were going to let you camp is completely flooded. Things like that happen. So you have to have your plan B. And even the plan B could go wrong. So it's discouraging, but it is something that we face in scouting as scout leaders. I'm in boards of review for Eagle Scout. And one of the questions that comes up on occasion is, what is your most memorable camping or adventure? And inevitably, it's the camp out where everything went wrong. It's where it rained and all your equipment got wet, and it was a long storm all night that blew the tent down and really challenged the young people to face some unexpected disappointments. So it's those are the memories that they have. Those campouts when the tents became little tumbleweeds as they blew away because they weren't pegged down in the windstorm. Those are memories, and a lot of scouts think of those as the ones they learn the most from. The campouts where everything went absolutely perfect. Everything, every event, everything going on just on time. The instructors were there and everything was good. It was a wonderful time. Those are the events they don't remember. They do get a lot from them, and we work real hard to help that happen. But it's a life lesson when things don't go right. And I'm learning that, I'm living that that life lesson. For the season, I think what's going to happen, so that you're aware, the channel has hundreds of videos on it that you can check out. You can go through and find something on the subject. If you can't find it, ask. I will get in there and find it and make sure that you get the link to that video. Because I know that these are important, and a lot of people have told me so. And I want to make sure that if you are facing a problem, a difficulty, and I can help, that's what these videos do. That's the beautiful thing about this channel. And you're a big part of that. Hey, before we go any further, I want to make sure that you are invited to come to the live meeting. The live meeting is on the first Sunday of each month at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So please join us. Now, you're going to have to adjust for whatever time zone you're in. But please join us and join in. That's a great way to ask questions, and I'm there to answer them. Also, I want to personally thank all of the patrons on Patreon for their continued financial support. Also, if you would like to become a channel member right here on YouTube, hit the join button and go through that process. It's a great way to help fund what you see here. If you don't want to do a monthly donation, that's fine. We have a thank you button. Just hit the thank you button and make a one-time donation. That is always appreciated. And let's get right back to it. Summertime is the one moment for a lot of scout leaders where we have those opportunities to learn from things that go wrong. And we want to make sure young people have those experiences. We don't want to set them up. No. We want to make sure that when they do happen, that there is an alternative. There is a plan. Even plan B can go wrong. So you need to have a plan C and D and E and so on. You need to have all of those things in place. And this is a very big learning experience for young people, and they've expressed that. And because of that, I think it's so important that as scout leaders, don't freak out, don't get upset, don't quit scouting because things didn't happen or things went wrong, okay? Learn from that. Be the example, not the exception. Be the example to the young people of how you can face those challenges and overcome. That is a huge lesson. And that's something that doesn't come out of schools, okay? Schools don't have those opportunities. We do in scouting. Sometimes up north, when I was a youth, I can remember campouts when it was miserable putting up our tents. It was pouring down rain, freezing rain. It was cold. And we were able to get dry. We were able to get all of our stuff out and get it all going. And then that freezing rain stopped, and it was fine. But in the night, it got super cold. And everything froze. And then it snowed. So it was a cold fall campout. It was really fun. I remember that because it was challenging to stay warm, to stay safe, to stay hydrated. Believe it or not, you got all this ice and water around. Scouts get dehydrated so easily. Scouts and scouters, they all get dehydrated. So keeping those fluids, like hot cocoa, coffee, those kinds of things, keeping those to stay warm by a nice fire, drying out your socks because they got a little damp, So these are the things that scouts remember. They think about these things. And it's important for them that we give them the opportunity and live by the example. That is one of those wonderful things. And it's a teaching moment. It's where you can teach the scouts. Stay dry, stay hydrated, take care of yourself, eat good, high-calorie foods so that if you do get the shivers, you can handle that. And these are challenges that leaders can have also a challenge, but they should also be there to help teach how to handle those challenges. Something to think about. I thank you for listening to me. This is just going to be a short one. Well, short for ScouterStan. And definitely leave comments if you have any ideas. And we're in that storage mode, so my lighting is not great. My sound is not good. So I want to leave it with you with that. And thank you so much for all that you do in scouting and all those young people that you are influencing and helping achieve great goals. That's the wonderful thing. Thank you so much for being in scouting, and thank you for viewing my channel. This is awesome, and it's not just my channel, it's our channel. Okay, so definitely look into the live meeting and look into all the videos we have here on this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the trail.